Jenn's Corolla was gone.
She's at book club tonight. That's why she's not home.
Grunting, he climbed out of his truck and entered through the garage, smelling the usual mix of rubber, engine fluids, and fresh-cut wood, looking at items neatly placed there. The snowblower, the lawnmower, the ladder, Jake's hockey sticks, Jake's bike, Jenn's bike, her gardening stuff, his tools, workbench, table saw, and the recycle bins. Stepping up to the interior door, he hit the wall switch, and the garage door rumbled closed. Greg entered his home with a sense of accomplishment because he'd built it. Well, he and his crew had built it several years ago. They were among the contractors framing houses when Trailside Grove was in its infancy. "Where all your dreams come true," the developer's billboard had said, the banner arching like a rainbow over an artist's concept of a world of new homes and blissful families. For Greg and Jenn, this was their dream home. Our forever home, Jenn had called it. There were still things Greg would change. A contour here, window size there, maybe the placement of a door. All right, it was well constructed. But bottom line, he was damned proud of this house. It took a lot of their hard-earned savings, the little money they'd inherited, and a lot of sweat. But he and Jenn had done it. Our forever home. The strong scent of laundry soap greeted him as he moved by the washer and dryer through the laundry room. He walked into the living room, softly lit by the lamp Jenn had left on. He'd also leave it on, because she wouldn't be home for well over an hour. That's how it was on her book club nights. He made his way to the kitchen. It was spotless. The counters gleamed in the dimmed cabinet lighting, and Greg welcomed the tranquility. He opened the ceramic jar with the peanut butter cookies Jenn had made, then went to the fridge for milk. Crunching on a cookie, he read notes written in her neat script on the calendar pinned to the wall next to the fridge door. Jake was at Carter's tonight for a sleepover. Right. Jenn had told him about that yesterday. Jake had a dental appointment coming up. Greg shook his head, recalling Jenn's warning. He may need braces. A big expense when things are getting tight. Taking another cookie, Greg saw that Jenn had school meetings, a yoga class, then some kind of seminar conference thing in Tonawanda with the optometrist she worked for. Finishing another cookie. Man, they're so good. He drank milk directly from the bottle, something Jenn forbade. But she wasn't home, so... Greg grabbed more cookies and, milk bottle in hand, went down the hall to his office. Standing at his desk, he looked over his copies of the drawings to familiarize himself with the next stage of the job tomorrow at Phase 2 of Pine Castle Park. Then he glanced at the printout of Kyle's email. He was continually urging him to move to Phoenix. The building biz is booming in Arizona, bro. The notion of steady work and no snow was appealing, to the point that Greg and Jenn had considered moving there. But they weren't sure because Buffalo was their home. Greg glanced at the other letters and printed emails officially informing him of the contracts his company had bid for and lost out on. Sure, the region's economy had taken some knocks over the years, but with that never-say-die attitude of Western New Yorkers, Greg believed things would improve. Still, missing out on contracts deepened his fear that if things didn't pick up for his crew soon, they'd be in real trouble. His phone vibrated. There was no name displayed, but he knew the number and read the text. Think about it, Greg. We'd be great together. He didn't respond. He didn't move, still looking at the photo of Jenn with Jake on his desk. They'd known each other since high school. They'd built a good life together, shared so much. She was so beautiful, so loving. But lately, little by little, she'd become distant, and he didn't know why. He closed his eyes,